then. Okay, let's just starting. I'm interested on Tuesday night. Are you sort of finding yourself looking at your phone or checking results, or are you just completely keeping away from what was going on elsewhere?
No. You're obviously watching all the results come in. I was obviously watching the game between Lincoln and MK. First half was a bit drab and dreary, and you flip over and watching the Champions League and see how real football's played. That was my key, and by the time you turn back, obviously Lincoln in the ascendancy and end up winning the game relatively comfortably. But I'm seeing things at League One level now that I've not seen in a long time, like insane decisions to play football with no purpose. So I think they were given an enormous opportunity by the way MK played, and hopefully we can challenge them on Saturday, because they're a side that's riding in the top echelons of the table, and we need to be the very, very best version of us in order to take the points that we're going to need to get to that safety mark.
And obviously, with results elsewhere that night, the situation gets that little bit more precarious, doesn't it? How do you assess the situation going into these final 5 games?
Exactly the same as when it came in. We're in a fight. You've known that even before I've come into the football club. The table doesn't lie after 41 games, obviously, but I knew the minute we took the position that we were fighting for our lives, and Saturday's game for us was an opportunity to add 2 more points. But even if we had those points, we'd be still sitting today a point from safety. So due to other teams' performances and results, and you've got to expect teams down the bottom all to start winning. I've seen it over my career multiple times. Teams who look dead and buried all of a sudden are galvanised because of what's at stake, and they pick up. And that's got to be our challenge. We've got 5 games. I think they're all winnable games. We're not playing Real Madrid, we're not playing Bayern Munich, Man City. We're playing against other League One sides, and we've got some tough games in there, and we've got to go and take maximum points from every encounter.
That's obviously the target. Do you have a sense of how many points might just be enough to get you the right side of the line?
Well, as it stands, it's not in our own hands, so we've got to take maximum points and then hope other teams in and around us drop points. All the sides in around the bottom half, even bottom of the table, Rochdale won during the week. So everybody's fighting for their lives, and as I say, even if we take maximum points due to teams having a game in hand on us and stuff like that, it may well not be enough. So we've got to focus on taking maximum points. And look, there'll be no qualms from me, or I don't think anyone at this football club. After 46 league games, you get what you deserve, you get what you put in, and if it is to be a negative moment, then you have to look to rebuild and come back stronger from it. But the problem for us is, even if we do have a positive moment, and I'm still fully confident that we can get enough points to keep our survival status going beyond this week, and obviously that takes us into MK Tuesday, and we've just got to make sure that we've got a fighting chance right until the end of the season. And I've seen some crazy things happen on the final day of the season, and we've got to make sure that we've got a live chance going into that last game to win a game and keep our status in the division.
And in terms of those players that were injured and sort of getting their way back, anybody likely to be available for you tomorrow?
No, Rodders is still going to be out. As I said to you, Josh Grant's out for the season. Sammy Nick out for the season. Alfie Kilgore will train. He trained yesterday, albeit it was part of the session. He'll do a little bit more today, and we'll see where he is. But yeah, it's pretty much as was from the previous weeks before. We've got enough players fit to pick an 11, that's for sure, and those players honoured with the jerseys have got to go out and give their all for the football team.
And you mentioned you obviously watched Lincoln on Tuesday night. They tend to be not overly direct, but they're not scared of getting the ball forward fairly quickly. Is that something you've got to be aware of going into this game?
Yeah, of course you have. With the legs that they've got on the front side of the team, there'd be no reason why you wouldn't get the ball forward quickly. Certainly if a team tries to pressure, they play from the back, try to suck you into a press, and then obviously hit longer balls over you for the pace of Johnson, Scally, Rogers, Morton, to use their legs and their wheels to get on the backside of your team and cause you problems. So It's one of those where we're unbeaten in two, the last couple of games, and we've just got to keep that run going. We have as I say, a home game. We've caused lots of teams problems here, certainly since I've been here. Maybe I haven't taken all the points that performance may have garnered, but we've certainly competed, and we've got to make sure that we do that Saturday against one of the top sides in the division, a side that's got a game in hand on a few of the sides in the automatic spots, and won't have given up on automatic promotion. They sat top of the table for a large part. Appy's done a fantastic job there, and they've come off it in recent weeks. I think they'd only won 2 in 10 or 12 or something like that before obviously Tuesday night, where hopefully MK are as presenting with the chances to us as what they were on Tuesday against Lincoln, not when we played them on Tuesday night here. And I think if we're not able to shut teams out, and these have scored 4 during the week, if we're not able to shut teams out and keep clean sheets, then you've got to score at least 2 goals to win a game. And at this moment in time, we don't really have the front part of the team scoring goals. The fact that our left back, Luke Lee, he's the top scorer, is kind of where we're at, and those boys have got to step up. They've got to step up and do the jobs in the next 5 games if we're going to get to safety. If they don't, then we're without the front side of your team scoring, and whilst the back side of the team's conceding at least 1 goal a game, that's just not a good recipe for survival. So the lads know what's at stake. They know what's expected of them. And it'll be over to them now to see if they can execute and if they can get the job done. If not, then obviously you're going to suffer the ultimate price, which is demotion from your current division. So nobody wants that, and as I say, we will fight with every single sinew we've got in our bodies to protect from that. And for me, the words have got to stop from the players, and obviously action now has to take place on the pitch on a match day.